Well, I've been dying to meet you, Will Graham. Please come in and take a seat. The sedan in the driveway. Yes. My previous appointment had car troubles and had to leave by cab. The perfume is hers as well. The jasmine still hangs in the air. You are correct. It was Lueur du Temps. Astute observation. Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Graham. Will, of course. I only wish the circumstances of our meeting were different. As you know, Agent Crawford enlisted my help to ensure you are psychologically fit to continue assisting with his investigations. I've been led to believe you have no FBI training whatsoever. I see. So all of your experience on this matter is purely academic, save for when you were a homicide beat cop. That's very impressive, Will, but comparative to scuba diving with an empty tank of oxygen. You've always got to have an escape plan when dealing with things that can harm your mind. I heard about that nasty business with the totem pole. Not many people, even former homicide beat cops, are prepared to handle that sort of thing. Your, let's call it, abilities make you a potent tool for tracking down and apprehending murderers. What is it you say you do? Yes. You interpret the evidence. But what makes you more valuable than other interpreters is your boundless imagination. That combined with your self-diagnosed spectrum disorder and some extra spice that Dr. Lecter has labeled pure empathy is why Agent Crawford values your expertise so highly. Now, I have a question for you, Will. When you envision these crimes, whose perspective do you assume? Because frankly, I don't know which one I dread more. To be the victim, whose last moments are spent in fear, unable to see what plans their tormentor has in store for them. Or perhaps even more terrifying, to be the artist, enacting their work on the material in front of them. One would assume that your ability to capture the perpetrator relies on understanding the perpetrator's motives. It is, of course, what we teach at the academy and what almost every profiler would latch onto first. In that case, how many murders have you committed through the eyes of others? It must be countless at this point, right, Will? Do you mind if we try a calming treatment? Dr. Lecter mentioned that you were open to light therapy, but I tend to rely more on noise than on visual stimulation. Excellent. I have a set of tuning forks right here. We can talk as I work. All right, Will. Some view their mind as a prison, others as a palace. What of yours, Will? Your imagination must cook up some truly mind-rending ideas to catch all of these murderers so quickly. Do you run from these creations? Or do you consume them? Please sit. It's so nice to meet you, Dana. My name is Dr. Tiller, and I am here to help you. That is a wonderful perfume you are wearing. I can smell jasmine and irises. Is it Lueur du Temps? Wonderful. I've read your file. It's very brief. You mentioned over the phone earlier when we talked that you had just moved to the area. How are you settling in? Let's talk about your relationship with Dr. Bloom. Yes, of course, I've heard about it. You seem to have problems maintaining close relationships, other than a select few, Alana being one of them. She is the one that started all of this, isn't she? Agent Crawford sought you out on her recommendation, on condition that you were kept safe, of course. Have you felt safe, Will? If I may ask you something, Dana, you were a patient of Dr. Lecter. Why did you elect to not see him anymore? Oh, you didn't elect to end treatment. He did. Did he say why? Only that you were too tasty a morsel for him to handle. I see. Another close friend, colleague, of yours, Will, is Dr. Lecter. Hannibal, of course. Can you speak to that? I've heard from both Alana and Agent Crawford that you two are nearly inseparable in the field. Complementary minds rarely drift apart once connected. He speaks very highly of you, and you of him. Friends capable of parsing your specific nightmares are hard to come by, Will. Don't squander it. Then again, friends that you can co-parent with are even more rare. Speaking of co-parenting, Abigail Hobbs, the other person you've grown attached to, besides Alana, Jack, and Hannibal. She is the daughter of Garrett Jacob Hobbs, who you gunned down earlier this year. You and Dr. Lecter were the ones that saved Abigail Hobbs's life. That's correct, isn't it? I'm truly glad you and Hannibal made it to her in time. I was able to discuss this incident and day in detail with Abigail at our last appointment. She has grown so much since that day, and is indebted to you and Hannibal. And not only because of Hannibal's grip strength, but that topic is for another time. I understand, Dana. Without a family, domestic partner, or friends of any kind, trying to reach out for new attachment in a unfamiliar place can be a daunting and downright scary process. You really have no family? whatsoever. And you are here on Hannibal's recommendation. I think that'll do it for the tuning forks. Well, your relationship with Hannibal sounds quite unique. It is something to behold when you are seen by another human being, especially for what you truly are. Well, Will, I think we can wrap this up. Your mind seems full of turmoil, and you yourself are troubled, but I have no doubt your support network will intervene if anything drastic occurs. Otherwise, what are friends for, really? I would recommend we continue meeting every month or so, just to keep a baseline and make sure nothing too bad happens to you. It was quite nice talking with you today, Will. It's interesting to connect with kindred spirits in a way. Anyways, I'll see you again soon, hopefully. Until then, take care. Goodbye.
I've been dying to meet you. Your creations so far have been truly beautiful.
Are you the Chesapeake Ripper?
What I am is unimportant. What matters is what you are becoming. I see you made quick work of the appetizer. Will Graham is a special one, as you well know. But you, Tiller, you I will also watch closely.
I don't feel like I'm in control anymore. My grip is slipping. What am I becoming, Dr. Lecter?
A force that even God must reckon with. One last thing. How did she taste?